Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the January 6th pipe bomb suspect confesses to targeting political parties. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets with President Trump in Florida. We'll take a look at what came out of it.
And get ready for a frigid night in eastern Kentucky. Details coming up.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. It feels like winter again after we had highs around 70 yesterday. Some were even wearing shorts outside, me included. Temperatures fell by 50 degrees overnight and into today, but the wind is making it feel even colder. Meteorologist Eric Dean tells us how cold it will get tonight on this First Alert Weather Day.
Well, Steve, I think Mother Nature just gave us everything but the kitchen sink over the past 24 hours. We had everything from a 3.1 earthquake to tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, 50-mile-an-hour plus wind gusts, 55-degree temperature drop, 65-degree feels like temperature drop, temperatures around 20, single-digit wind chills, and on top of that, snow showers are not out of the realm of possibility tonight going into tomorrow. So a little bit of something for everybody over the past 24 hours. 'Tis the season of giving, right? First Alert Weather Day continues for tonight. Cold air overnight. Single-digit wind chills will be the main concern. A few snowflakes possible. Light accumulations in the upper elevations around the Virginia counties. Not out of their own possibility either. You know what? Surprisingly, we made it into the 60s today, and you're sitting there scratching your head. Well, when did this happen? Happened at midnight. Front pushed through, temperatures fell throughout the day. Right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 20s and 30s, but we are going to warm up. Details coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you. A man accused of planting bombs on the eve of January 6th says he wanted to target political parties. The bombs were found outside both the DNC and RNC on January 6, 2021. WYMT Washington correspondent Brendan Cullerton has the latest from the nation's capital.
Brian Cole initially told the Justice Department he was not responsible for placing pipe bombs outside the DNC and RNC, but he did confess after investigators showed him this video, which shows a hooded figure believed to be Cole carrying a bag near those buildings. According to court documents, Cole says he was not targeting Congress, but instead political parties because he believed they are, quote, in charge. Cole says he was disillusioned with the results of the 2020 presidential election and wanted to speak up for those who believe it was stolen. Neither pipe bomb actually exploded, but the Justice Department argues Cole wanted them to and should remain in jail pending his trial. Authorities arrested Cole on December 4th at his home in Virginia, following their 5-year investigation. Investigators say they found shopping bags full of materials used to make bombs. Cole is set to appear in Washington, D.C. federal court on Tuesday. In Washington, I'm Brendan Cullerton.
Officials in North Carolina say one person is dead and another is critically injured due to a fire at a home that's tied to NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin. The fire broke out yesterday at the home in Stanley. That's about 20 miles from Charlotte. The identities of the two victims have not yet been released. Local television stations are reporting the home belonged to Hamlin's parents. The father of the Kentucky State University student killed in a shooting is now in jail. According to our sister station out of Evansville, Indiana, they say records showed there was a warrant out for Dejon Fox in Vanderburgh County for not showing up to court last Friday. Fox, as well as Chardonnay Cleveland, are accused of making online threats towards Jacob Bard of Evansville. A grand jury declined to indict Bard, who claims he was trying to protect his family. Two parents in Logan County, West Virginia are facing child neglect charges after their toddler was spotted walking alone near a road on Christmas Day. Deputies say after they received photos of the unattended child, they located the child with the mother, Selena Doss. They later found the father, Rodney Morgan, as well. Police say both appeared to be under the influence. The toddler was uninjured and released to family members. One Estill County man is behind bars accused of threatening the man charged in his fiance's death and officers investigating the case. Police say Caleb Thompson threatened multiple officers in Facebook posts. Thompson is also accused of threatening Brian Epperson during a phone call with police. Epperson was charged with the murder of Thompson's fiancee, Rachel Dawson. Thompson is now facing 3 misdemeanor charges and is being held in the Three Forks Regional Jail in Lee County. A Richmond man was arrested yesterday after a carjacking incident. Richmond police say Jaden Carter met the victims as part of a car exchange through Facebook Marketplace. After test driving the vehicle, Carter showed a gun and told the victims to get out, then drove away. Madison County Dispatch then received a call about a collision on Circle Road where Carter struck another vehicle, then left on foot, and a gunshot was fired. A man in northern Kentucky is facing more than 60 counts related to child pornography. The Boone County Sheriff's Office is accusing 48-year-old Anderson Moore of sharing files containing child sex abuse material. They tracked him down after finding his IP address online, and he allegedly admitted to downloading the videos when talking to detectives. He is being held on a $250,000 bond. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is in Florida today meeting with President Donald Trump. As WYMT senior national correspondent Peter Zampa reports, the two leaders discussed the latest in their Middle East peace plan.
President Donald Trump conducting high-stakes diplomacy from his Florida retreat to end the year, meeting Monday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu 3 months exactly after President Trump announced a peace deal in Gaza.
Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down.
The two men standing side by side with much to discuss. The top priority, continued success of the peace deal that could soon enter a complicated second phase. The second phase, a rebuilding of Gaza under international supervision with a security force and the formation of a new Palestinian committee to help run the Gaza Strip. Key details still need to be worked out as to how they will proceed with this phase, and a key reason Netanyahu's not looking to move quickly, the remains of one hostage are believed to still be in Gaza. Now, the Israelis view this as a violation of the first stage of the agreement and do not want to move forward until the remains are returned. In addition, a Hamas spokesperson says they're not going to lay down arms, a critical requirement in this deal. Now, despite sporadic attacks over the last 3 months, the peace deal has largely held to this point.
As quickly as we can, but there has to be a disarmament, that we have to disarm with Hamas. So one of the things we'll talk about, certainly, but there has to be a disarming of Hamas. Otherwise, very quickly.
Now, Monday's meeting with Netanyahu comes one day after President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. President Trump is intent on quickly ending both of these conflicts. It's something he pledged to do on the campaign trail in 2024. Reporting in New York, I'm Peter Zampa.
Well, the president is playing peace broker between Russia and Ukraine, holding talks with both leaders this week. The president had discussions with both Volodymyr Zelensky and Vladimir Putin revolving around the 20-point peace plan to end the nearly 4-year-long war. The framework covers security guarantees and reconstruction of shelled-out areas of Ukraine, but territory concession remains the non-starter. The plan would force Ukraine to cede land in the Donbas region, which Russia invaded back in 2022. The Trump administration announced the amount of funding each state will get for the first year of the Rural Health Transformation Program. The awards range from $145 million to $281 million. The program will award a total of $50 billion over 5 fiscal years. Half the money will be split evenly among states. The other half will be awarded through a point system based on a set of criteria. Of that second half of discretionary funds, about 20% is based on a state's commitment to specific policy actions. 2025 is nearly over, along with the enhanced tax credits under the Affordable Care Act, which are set to expire in 2 days. Officials say it will cause health premiums to increase for many Kentuckians who get insurance under the health care exchange in 2026. Priscilla Easterling with Kentucky Voices for Health says looking ahead into 2026, some Kentuckians could see a $1,000 monthly premium increase. She says some could take desperate measures.
I've had conversations with folks where they're already planning to just ration medication. They're planning to ration their food. CareSource exited the marketplace for 2026. So we're down from 4 issuers on the Connect marketplace down to 3.
Easterling says if you're one of the 90,000 Kentuckians on the exchange, one of the options to look at is to find a connector, adding there are free ones in all 120 counties. A new bridge on Kentucky Route 52 is expected to reopen after originally being announced for November. The bridge is located on the Estill-Madison County line. Kentucky transportation officials say bad weather delayed construction. Both lanes of the bridge are scheduled to reopen tomorrow, depending on availability of temporary striping, but the area will remain a work zone until the spring. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, one major coffee chain is closing stores throughout the United States. We'll tell you which one.
And in the world of weather, get ready for a chilly Tuesday throughout eastern Kentucky. Details coming up.